Well, hello there. It's welcome to our backyard. It's Robert and Joy here in Granbury, Texas.
Welcome back, you guys. We're glad you came.
Welcome back to video number 2,
Yeah.
and we're launching today into our series of working together effectively without killing each other. Well, actually, with having fun and in a loving way and respecting each other and having fun from home. Whatever your business is, we just happen to be in this incredible industry of network marketing. So, what's in store for us on these next few minutes here, honey?
Well, what's really cool is we're going to lay out it's just kind of the foundation of working together. And really, these foundation points apply whether you're working together or not. It's just a way to have a healthy marriage as well, healthy communication with each other.
I totally agree. So we're going to cover several points here. I hope you have a pen and pad, like I mentioned before. We're going to cover what's called TUA, and we'll explain what that means in a minute. How we celebrate our achievements, whether they're big, small, and celebrate them totally before you go on to the next benchmark. Also, helping your spouse or significant other, whether they're involved with you or not, really understand what you're so passionate about. And then the other is setting your boundaries. So we're going to cover some of those points today. So let's start with TUA and what we mean by that. And when we use the word, this incredible word called edifying and really respecting each other, what does that mean for us, honey?
Well, as we began our journey together with our marriage, Robert he was doing network marketing at home while I was still commuting with a job in corporate America. And at one point, to truly speak our truth about this, Robert felt like if you weren't in network marketing, you just weren't all that you could be. And
Wrong thing to say to a strong woman.
He voiced it to me once, and
suitcase shoe thrown. It was not good. So,
and I'm not a violent person, but it was just like I could feel the red come up my neck.
Which is why we're leading into this with, you really want to uplift and verbally thank the person. So whichever one of you is probably the one listening to this video first will be the one, you're probably in the industry. Maybe your spouse is working or they're not maybe watching this with you. Hopefully they are. But for us, I really had to learn. I didn't have to, but it was really wonderfully a blessing once I learned to edify and uplift. And verbally, I said, honey, thank you for what you do. You're making it possible for me to build our dream. So edify, verbally thank them for what they do on the traditional path that they're on. So.
And one of the things that I think we've learned also is that your significant other may never decide to come home with you. That could be a real possibility.
And be okay with it.
Yeah, we have a set of friends, and she is the most amazing nurse you have ever seen. It is her passion, without a doubt. And her husband is so good to really respect that and make certain that he asks her questions about her day as well. And so just keep that in your mind. If that doesn't happen, you still continue to keep each other involved in each other's journey, whether it's corporate America and network marketing or network marketing and something else.
So TUA, total unconditional acceptance. Again, total unconditional acceptance. It's a tough thing to get around and grasp, but once you do, it will bless your relationship with your partner. It's been huge for us. The next point is we really learn to celebrate our achievements. A lot of times we hit a cycle or hit a certain goal in a benchmark, and we'd go right into the next one. We learn to hit those benchmarks and those accomplishments, and call the upline, call friends, family, go out, have a nice dinner and some champagne, whatever it was. We learn to fully celebrate that goal, embrace it, and then go on, recharge, and then go on to the next gauge.
Definitely. It was so funny. We had some goals posted in our office where we were.
And they were in red ink.
Yeah, in red ink. And boy, we were working, getting to the next level, working. And I looked up and I was like, oh my gosh, Robert, look! And there was the magic number that we had tried to hit. So boy, we were jumping up and down and all of that, calling everybody. And then we turned off the phones and we celebrated that and came back and hit it hard the next day. But it's so important.
It's so important. And celebrate your partner who's maybe not in the industry. Celebrate their accomplishments and what they hit traditionally, and celebrate yours as well. So that way you both are respecting each other. One of the other things too is before, you know, when you were dating somebody, it's a good metaphor to use. How did you fall in love with your partner? You don't really fall in love with them until you understand what drives them, their heart and their passions and their values. So why would we expect somebody to fall in love with our business, even especially our significant other, without them understanding this? So it really, I had to really stop and slow down, because, you know, again, I was on a 19-20 year journey in the industry. I just thought Joy knew all this through osmosis, and she totally loved it. She didn't. She had to understand it first.
Yeah.
Didn't you, honey?
Yeah.
Before
very
you could
much
love
so,
it.
Yeah. And I really didn't understand it. What my opinion of network marketing was not very high. I thought it was people that couldn't get a real job and that had no money. They were broke all the time. And so as like we said before, as I brought this company home for us to look at, you know, I saw a whole different paradigm. Just
You saw the
was
contribution.
it was amazing. I saw people with heart and integrity. We've been with our present company 6 years now.
Well, 5 years.
5 years, and I love that company probably more today than I did when we started. And so I had to become a student, and that wasn't an easy thing for me, because in my other job I was very successful, and in this I had to learn it. So I had to become a student and read all those books that I'd seen Robert read and pass to everybody else to read. So once I really made an intelligent decision about it, it was interesting how my whole shift changed.
So I really had to help her. First of all, I had to understand it and love it, and then I had to help her understand it before she would, through whatever it wasn't a magical thing that happened. We had to be a process for her to fall in love, just like I did with this concept of people helping people. And the last nugget on this little video is really, we had to learn to set boundaries. I know it took me 4 companies and about 13 years and trial and error, blood, sweat, and tears to really realize that if I allowed this to consume me, you know, once we get to the proverbial top, you know, what would we have? I wouldn't possibly have a marriage. I wouldn't have my loved ones. So, you know, one of our sayings is, don't lose what you're working so hard to accomplish and gather into your life on the way to the top. So we really had to set work time and play time and family time, turn the phones off, and sometimes turn off that electronic tether, which is the phone or the text messaging.
Yeah.
We really had to balance that.
Yeah,
So-
and I will tell you, that's the biggest struggle about working from home, is that it's so easy to pick up the phone and run and turn the computer on one more time and check this and check that. And you know, at one point in our journey, we even made a sign that said office closed, and we put on the door so that we could mentally make that mind, you know, that shift in our head. And so the other thing that we found is when those boundaries are really set and your time off is really your time off, it's amazing how the resentment, whether it's network marketing or not, people can be.
dissolve.
I was totally absorbed in my job that I had before this. When we went on vacation one time, it took me 3 days to get my head off. I was trying to scuba dive.
Yeah.
And I got out of the boat, was in the water, and could not remember one thing I was supposed to do, and I'd been diving for 3 years at that point. That's when that was, as a friend of ours says, that was a serious clue to begin to look at something else. So the boundaries are so important. So whatever path it is you take, those have to be set, and that romantic time has to exist.
Otherwise, it'll just all mesh together, and you'll lose sight of what's really important to you. So I guess our closing thought is that, you know, number one, TUA, total
Absolutely.
unconditional acceptance. Edify, love, and respect. Have the patience for your partner, maybe who's not involved yet. Give them time, respect them. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here now, 3 years working from home now with my honey. We wouldn't have this wonderful gift we have if I hadn't respected and edified who she was and what she was doing. So my closing thought is, you know, our priorities are God, family, and business. Use them as your reasons, not excuses. Have the boundaries, total unconditional acceptance, celebrate your achievements, and help your partner fall in love just like you do with this beautiful industry.
I couldn't agree more.
So thank you for joining us on this video. Look forward to the next series, and have fun. Closing thought real quick.
Well, I'll see you on the next video. It's going to just get better with every time. So we really appreciate you guys taking the time out there to listen.
Yeah, to join us.
Thank you.
Respect each other. God bless, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.
Bye.